Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. I'll be using the Good Tarot for this one, which is much harder to shuffle. I haven't used the Good Tarot for a few days, so it's getting your hands back around those big decks again. Okay. I won't worry about dates and things. If you're wondering where I am over the next month, I gave all the dates on the What's Cracking read. I'm just going to get straight into this reading. And they're ready. Spirit. Okay, and deck's upside down. So I'm just going to put it the right way up. Okay, so we have the Hierophant coming out first. So the Hierophant, it talks about structure. It talks about large organisations like the church. It talks of tradition, stability. Behind that we have the King of Pentacles. So for some of you this is definitely about marriage. I see the King of Pentacles as the husband material. So there's definitely some sort of stability or some sort of offer coming in here. I have the Ten of Pentacles behind that. So this is an offer that says to me there is a lot of reward in this offer, with the Two of Cups behind that. Beautiful. What a beautiful beginning. Someone's making you an offer here. An offer of love. This is soulmate love. It is going to bring in a lot of prosperity here, but the most important thing is not only is this a long-term stable relationship that you are being offered, it's something very, very solid, something where somebody really is prepared to put in the work as well as you. So it's both of you wanting to work on something here. Very nice. Okay, so I have the Five of Wands coming out. Now, the Five of Wands can talk of conflict. Can be conflict between you and another person, but a lot of the time it's mental conflict. Even though it's a wand, it's that sort of trying to work out which way to go. It's trying to strategize. Okay, Four of Swords coming out next to that. So you may have been through a bit of a time trying to make some sort of decisions here, trying to work out which way to go, which way to move. You may have been, faced with a bit of a crossroads where you're trying to take time out to see which direction to go in here. There's a very strong feeling here that you're sort of teetering a little bit on how to move forward. Four of Pentacles here. So the Four of Pentacles is about hanging on to stuff, and it can be hanging on financially. Because it is Pentacles, but a lot of the time it's like hanging on to past beliefs, hanging on to energy from people, hanging on to things generally. And there's a feeling here that you've realized you've been hanging on to stuff that needs to move on here. So you're taking out time to let go of things. Okay, yeah, because you're moving to a much stronger version of yourself here with this Strength card. I see this. Okay, and here comes the Sun. And I want to sing the song again. You're definitely bringing in something here by moving stuff around, which sort of is a little bit like the What's Cracking reading. There's a feeling here that you don't know which way to go in your life, or you've been through perhaps a time where you've had to start thinking about making more plans for yourself, trying to understand what direction to go in, and moving things around to try and understand. But there's a lot of letting go in this reading. It's like you're understanding that you can't hang on to things. So some of you may have come out of a situation or a time where you've been a little bit stuck and trying to understand the direction you need to go in. You're about to find out. Look, Ace of Cups coming in here. So again, we've got this sort of repeat thing from the What's Cracking reading. The Ace of Cups can talk about understanding self-love, and that can be what you're doing here. Two of Wands coming in. So definitely choosing a new direction, letting things go, understanding the power you now have in a situation. This is probably why you're bringing new love and stability in. We do have the Devil card coming out as well. So this is definitely a very strong theme of what the What's Cracking reading was as well. Queen, you could be dealing with a water sign here. You have a water sign bringing in, Two of Swords. There's a decision. You have here someone coming in to offer you love because you're now in a better place. So it's like you've sort of moved things around in your own life and now you're ready to have love come in. So the universe is recognizing that now with you. They can see perhaps you went through some sort of turmoil here, It could have been for any one of you a different thing. But it's like you've gone through a lot of internal conflict and a lot of clearing out of stuff that no longer serves you here. And because you've now brought in this beautiful self-love, it's like the universe is saying, well, we've got room now to bring you in love because you've allowed yourself to grow and bloom and bring in this sunshine here. So when I go back to the beginning, this love that's coming in for you now is coming in as a result of that. I'm going to have a sneak peek behind that one. Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles, brand new start. So this start here is something that's really solid, something that's really abundant, and somebody, it's possibly an earth sign, is bringing this in for you now because you've allowed yourself to bring this in by creating a better version of yourself, a much more aligned with spirit, a much more aligned with the universe version of yourself. And now you have a different pathway to go. Now there is a decision here with this Two of Swords on which way to go. So there's still some confusion over whether perhaps this happens very suddenly, somebody walks into your life very quickly. It could be that you are going into a more stable relationship with someone that perhaps you've had a relationship with, but it hasn't been as serious, and now it's moving into more serious time. With this Two of Air here, there's a decision that needs to be made here. Now the Empress is coming out with this Two of Swords. So they're asking for you, and Five of Cups. They're asking for you here to be really intuitive and really in tune with your environment to work out which way to go here. For some unknown reason, you are concentrating or looking back towards the past. This Two of Swords makes me feel that either the hurt you carried in your past that you've now cleaned away, you don't want to encounter again. So something perhaps in this new offer is taking you back, and you're wondering if you want to stay single here or whether you want to move forward with this offer. Very strong feeling here. So even though it is a good solid offer, there's the Judgment card on the bottom. Even though it's a very strong offer, it's like you are now making a decision on whether, because you've done so much work on yourself, whether you actually want this relationship or not here. Because you're sort of being drawn back to the past. Now, when I see this card, I think maybe it is someone from the past that's offering you something more solid now. But to be honest with you, you look like you don't want to revisit the past. You're going to wait for new love to come in. Now, for some of you, it is about new love, but the hurt and pain from your past may still hold you up from moving forward. But whatever it is, you've accomplished something amazing here because you've really you've attuned with your higher self here, and you're bringing in a lot of opportunity for abundance. Beautiful. Let's still draw an oracle card on that. I still managed to get your weeklies up to, two came out. That's unusual. So the weeklies went up last night. I have two really, really nice cards here. So I'm going to read the rainbow to you first. Okay, it says the rainbow tells you that the end of the storm is near. Persevere and remember that it's darkest just before the dawn. Do not give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. Some of you may be in this transition at the moment, by the way. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming of the dawn even while the night is still darkest. But do not claim victory yet or let your guard down fully. So I think that it needs to be said here that some of you are still in this healing phase. So I've probably talked about something that you're currently going through. So be kind to yourself, okay? Love yourself as much as you can. The Luminous Warrior has come out here, and I cannot even remember this card, so I'm not even sure I've read this one before, which is very interesting. The Luminous Warrior reminds you it's important to focus on your power, wisdom, and beauty. Do not be seduced by what seems wrong with you or with the world. Remember, the intention follows attention. So focus on your positive traits. Feed your light with more light until you feel truly empowered. Then there will be little need for action as you will resolve all situations from within. How beautiful is that? Have a fantastic Monday.